Cześć, witaj ponownie. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. Dzień dobry. I'm checking my mic to see if it is actually on. Dzień dobry. So in today's video we are heading to 7 surprising things about Polish people. I don't think I've done a reaction about this before, so I'm going to be checking this out together. I hope you enjoy my video with me. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, share a beautiful comment, and let's get started.
Suswilach Mike here, guys. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I find interesting about Polish people. These are things I've learned from being in Poland close to a total of 90 days, being with my Polish girlfriend, and also this YouTube channel here on YouTube. I got to learn a lot of cool things that honestly I had no clue about with Polish people, and so far have completely surprised me. So here's just like a short list of a few things I've gotten to learn about Polish people that are quite surprising. Alright, so number 1 is being mushroom foraging. This is something that I was shocked about. Actually, you can check out one of my meme videos when I got to see this meme about how Polish people were so into mushroom foraging. I was like, that's not true. I've never heard this before. What? Polish people love mushroom foraging? What?
Yeah, me
I've
too.
never heard of that. That's definitely not true. 100% not true. Totally not true. Next thing you know, I got like so many comments saying that it's totally true and that I was wrong for saying that they're not into it. So, and actually I got to see Polish YouTubers uploading content of mushroom foraging. And this was so surprising to me. Like, I didn't even know it was much of a thing, and I didn't know there was a huge community for it. So yeah, this is something that's not really common here in the States. I mean, I know it's a thing, but it's not like a big thing. And I don't think it's as big as it is in Poland for sure. So I'm sorry for saying that mushroom foraging is not a thing in Poland, because actually it is, and it's surprisingly a thing in Poland that I had no clue about. So this may sound stupid to a lot of people, but actually this came across as surprising to me. So Polish people are very religious, and I know. Maybe I should have known that. I don't know. But Catholic Church is so huge in Poland. So I didn't even know this until I went over to Poland and got to see a lot of this. There's so many churches. There's a church like every couple kilometers, it seems, in every city especially. So I would say in the US there's lots of Christians compared to Catholics, and so this kind of surprised me that there was such a huge community for Catholics in Poland. And I know this, again, like I know this sounds super dumb that I'm saying this, but it surprised me about Polish people. And I was in a classroom actually talking to Polish students once, and I said, like, raise your hand if you're going to church or believe in God or whatever, and literally every single student raised their hand that they're going to church. So this completely surprised me, because growing up as a kid here in America, that's totally not the case. A lot of kids don't go to church, or they grew up with it but they don't really go now. So yeah, again, it was just surprising to me personally. Alright, so another one. Polish people are super educated, and this actually surprised me. In fact, I did not even know this. Before coming to Poland, I didn't realize how educated Polish people
He said Polish people are educated. Like, before, would they be dumb? Or that this particular one that he's saying is surprising him is quite hilarious, because I don't understand. Do you think they'll be native people, like naive and the rest, like you? Alright, so in the sense of church, okay, church is definitely upbringing, okay. So he said something that that amused me, that in the US people don't really go to church, according to him anyway. You were born in a Christian way, but not everybody that goes to church. Okay, so I want to ask a question. Christian and Catholic, are they not the same thing? You being a Christian is not you still being a Catholic. Let me know, because that's what he said, like Christian and Catholic are two different things. So I don't see how it's two different things. For me, I see it's still the same thing. Let me know in the comment section. They are churchgoers. They love going to church a lot. So I feel it's still the same. It's still upbringing. It's how your parents bring you up. That is how you will tend to grow. Okay, if your parents, let's not assume that the whole 100% of Polish people actually 100% go to church. Is the mathematics right? Let me know in the comment section. Maybe let's say, for example, 80% because of the way their parents brought them up, and that's the same way they brought up their children. So I will just blame this all on upbringing. If you're not brought up in the Catholic or in the Christian way, you're not gonna go to church. Yeah. So this is quite interesting. Then the mushroom, guys, the mushroom part. Is it still existing? Like, is it still a thing in Poland? Because even though I do research, I've never seen this mushroom stuff when it pops up in any Google search about Poland. Yes, so I have never seen it. This is my first time hearing and saying that the mushroom hunt is a thing in Poland. Why? Okay, different culture, different tradition, culture shock for me. So like, let's head back.
People are. In fact, 90% of the population has a secondary education.
Seriously?
And I found that online. So I guess that means at least 90% of the population has a bachelor's degree, which is completely surprising because here in the States, actually 36% of adults have a secondary education degree. To me, you know, a degree is not really as common as in Poland. So there's so many people going to school. So it also comes to the fact that school is actually relatively free. So anyone can go. So this kind of makes it so you have to have a degree to at least fight the competition for jobs. Actually, a lot of students that I was talking to are getting their masters right now because that's just what they have to do for the competition in like their job industry. So kind of a pro and con. Pro, free school. Con, they have to do a lot of school, spend a lot of time, a lot of years and energy into school in order to actually get like a decent job. All right, so here's another one that's kind of silly, right? But Polish people like to put ketchup on pizza. So I didn't know this until the first time I was at my girlfriend's house and we were getting pizza. Next thing you know, her parents brought over ketchup to the table, and my girlfriend said, "Hey, all right, do you want ketchup on your pizza?" I thought she was kidding at first, but little did I realize that she was actually honest, and I didn't realize that it's actually a thing. And I guess it's a Polish thing because no one does that in the States. I mean, there's already tomato sauce on it, so you're adding like tomato, you know, ketchup, which I guess is like sugared tomato, but it's still super interesting to me. So I actually don't think I've tried it yet, and I don't know if I actually want to because
it's not interesting.
I don't know. It just doesn't really seem that great. But I've tried weird sauces on pizza, but
the combination does not go.
So that's just another thing that surprised me about Polish people, is that they actually like ketchup on their pizza. So another thing that surprised me about Polish people is that there's actually approximately 20 million Poles living outside of Poland. Now, this came across as quite surprising to me. I found it at an article because I know that there was lots of Poles living outside of Poland. And for instance, especially in the US, there's not really, I guess, Polish citizens, but there's Polish descent in Chicago, for example. So working at a hotel desk, I actually came across a lot of people who were Polish, and I got to talk to them. And I actually have a funny story about one of them. I got to meet this guy who had a last name like Polonia or something, and I was like, "Is that a Polish last name?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he didn't know Polish at all, but his wife speaks Polish. This guy was like a senior citizen. He was probably like 60 or 70 years old. And he was actually from New York City. And it was super cool to talk to him. And he got to go to Krakow and, you know, random places, Białystok and stuff like that. So I got to talk about my experiences too. And we just had a fun time. And he actually gave me his phone, to talk to his wife in Polish. And it was just a super awesome experience. And it was super cool to talk to her in Polish as well. It was just such a fun time. But anyways, my point with this is that there's lots of Polish people, especially with descent, everywhere, all around the world, and especially in the US. So that's just something else that surprised me, because once I got to kind of like learn how the last names work in Poland, it's surprising to see people's last names and then be able to like say, wow, this person's actually Polish. And there's so many too. And you got to think, it's also not really such a large country. Okay. So it's pretty cool to see. Now, most of this is motivations from war and tragedy of people having to leave or search for better opportunities elsewhere. But nonetheless, it's still pretty surprising to me that there's so many Polish people who are either citizens living abroad or just people of Polish descent all around the world. So here's a bit of a short one, and it may sound dumb, but Polish people really like Home Alone on Christmas time, and I know like all around the world people love Home Alone at Christmas time. But when I was with my girlfriend this past Christmas, she wanted to watch Home Alone, and I was like, okay, that's great. And she started to talk to me about how it's almost religious with people watching Home Alone on Christmas or surrounding some of the dates on Christmas. So this is kind of like a dumb short one, I know, but it's just something that's pretty interesting to me, that Home Alone, the movie series, is quite religiously watched in Poland around Christmas. So it's just something that surprised me about Polish people watching like an American Christmas movie during their times of the holidays. It's just, I know it's kind of small and dumb, but it surprised me. So the last one that surprised me today about Polish people are that they're actually pretty superstitious. And it was interesting talking to my girlfriend and learning about some of the things that Polish people do, or they're into certain numbers or certain ways of doing things because of superstitions. So before coming over to Poland for the first time, I actually watched a lot of YouTube videos which taught me a lot about Polish people and Poland itself. So most of the videos at least touched on the subject of superstitions and superstitious people and superstitious Polish people. So, for instance, there's tons of little ones, and I think a lot of people believe in their own little things, but so I was taught by a lot of YouTubers to not greet a person over the threshold of a door. Now, I thought this was quite strange and odd, but again, these are different cultures and, you know, completely different upbringings in life. So this is kind of small but slightly big at the same time, because some people are really into it, some people are just not at all. So it surprised me a lot that Polish people are superstitious in some degree. Alright guys, so that's actually it for the video today, but if you have any more interesting things about Polish people and you'd like to talk about them, leave them in the comment section down below. And as always, dziękuję I do widzenia.
So the superstitious parts, greeting people by the door, what does it mean? Is it a bad omen? Is it something you're not supposed to do? Is it something that you don't know who is at the door? Maybe it's a spirit or something and you're greeting the person? Let me know, because I don't see anything bad in greeting somebody by the door or through the peephole. Let me know in the comment section. Then the other stuff he said was quite interesting. Okay, the one that caught my eye was the pizza and ketchup. Like, yo, that's a total weird combination for me. I can eat ketchup with any other stuff, like chips. I can eat ketchup with pasta, okay, but with pizza, like, there's already tomato sauce, cheese, maybe they put mushroom, they put black olives, they put many things on top of the pizza. They now carry ketchup and put on top. Like, yo, for me, that is a totally weird combo. Okay, is it all Polish family that do that, or some family? Because I don't like to really generalize. Okay, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have no, share a beautiful comment. This was quite interesting to know more about Poland, and I will see you all in my next one. Dziękuję, do widzenia. Bye, darlings.